Hello, hello, and another Monday card reading on a Tuesday. So, yesterday was a holiday weekend here in Ireland, so I took a holiday. And actually, the energy at the moment is very much about going inside and deciding what is right for you in every moment. So, I decided to take my own medicine and actually do some of that. I've got some notes because there are some quite interesting things happening this week. So I'm just going to put my notes up on the screen. So I'll read a few cards in a moment just to see what the cards say, but I don't want to overwhelm because there's such a lot happening at the moment. I'm going to be back live on Friday with a little update on the next transits. But right now, so up until the first week of June. We're just at the end of that first week. We are still playing out, and we're about to move away from that Mars Jupiter conjunction in Aries. So Aries, first sign of the zodiac. So that could have brought you and still use this feeling of really energizing something new. So we can still use that energy, okay? It can be used both ways. So Mars can be aggressive, as can Aries, or it can be progressive and sort of new and dynamic, and using your purpose and your passion instead of allowing anger or anything that's going around on around you to draw you into a negative vibration. There are shadow sides to all of these signs, but I'm very focused on and we all need to be looking towards what we can do to make the most of any energy. Hi JJ, good to see you. So you can still use that with for the Mars and Jupiter conjunction was kind of all on this first week. We still have a little bit of that, and now we have Mercury, which has gone direct since the 3rd, I think. So that has, gone direct. So we will begin to start to feel that forward momentum as well. And Mars can really energize your future vision. So what is your future vision? What did you come up with in the last new moon intention setting ritual? Did you get a vision on what you want to see? This I cannot express this enough. This time, we really, really need to focus on light at the end of the tunnel of where we want to go and building momentum, because in 1 week's time, on the 14th of June, we've got a super full moon, a super moon being closer to the earth, and it allows a bigger gravitational pull. So we need to allow that energy to pull us towards where we want to create something, not towards what we don't want. So pay a lot of attention towards your dreams, pay a lot of attention towards what you want, where you're going, where you want to go. Take your attention away from anything negative that might be pulling you down. So, okay, let me see. What have we got here? So that energy may, and even still from the Mars Jupiter conjunction, may have inspired you to take a risk or do something a little bit more daring. If it's in the direction of where you want to go, brilliant. Keep that focus. So keep the focus really strong, moving towards your future vision. Saturn is retrograde as well. It went retrograde on June 4th, and it will be retrograde until the 22nd of October, where it moves back into 18 degrees of Aquarius. And Saturn is actually squaring Mercury at the moment, which may bring up new issues around censorship and new social media platforms, and just newness, change. People are, feeling fairly sick of being censored and kept down and kept quiet. So there is a lot of tumultuous energy going on here. What we need to do is to just breathe, let go, and move towards what it is we are moving towards, what it is we want to move towards. So not only is there a full supermoon, Jupiter actually rules that full moon, because the moon is going to be in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So we've got that expansion energy as well going on. I have written down some more notes. Um, I'm going to read some cards on this to get some more aspects, because there's a lot more happening, but it's later on in the week. So I'm going to come on Friday and just give you bite sizes between now and then. Um, what we really need to do more than anything, and which is what I'm all about. I'm a performance mindset coach, or a transformational mindset coach, and what I am passionate about is getting you to be in control of your own mind. Now, some of you in here have been on my Change Makers Club, so you will have worked through the 11 spiritual laws. I am going to make that available outside of the Change Makers Club, because as that is closed now, but I'm working on just putting it together. The first law is the law of thinking. Go and work on the law of thinking. Your thoughts become things. Really get clear about what are you focusing on? What are the thoughts you're thinking? And if it's a thought that brings you a negative emotion, well, then change that thought. Allow that thought to just allow it to release and move towards something that you are, that you want to move towards. Where is your attention? We'll need to totally get in control of our own minds, because our minds and the thoughts that we're thinking form an emotion. That emotion can be a brilliant emotion, it can be a joyous emotion, or it can be a negative, fear-based, anger-based emotion. And whatever that emotion is, it's our guidance system. It's our body telling us we're either in a good state or in a bad state. And it's just a chemical reaction that the body makes, as a result of a thought. It is only a thought. So we need to keep checking in with what our thoughts are, what are we thinking, and asking ourselves, is this an empowering thought bringing us towards the light, towards something good, or is it a negative thought moving us away? So that's all I'm going to say for now. This week, I really feel that this is what we need to do, is to stay in control of our thoughts, in control of, what are we watching? What are we consuming? What are we listening to? Where is it taking us? What is it making us move towards or away from? I'm going to pull some of my Angel Tarot, which I'm getting a little bit more proficient at, and I love. So I'm just going to pull a card. So checking in with my guides, angels, higher self, and asking for a clear and open reading in love and light for this week, from Tuesday up until Friday, when I'll be back again. Okay, so I'm just going to see what comes out. I'm already feeling like that the pack is cut there, so I'm going to pull it apart, and I'm going to take them into this order, and I'm going to just choose 3 cards. We've got 2 major arcana. So out of 3 cards, 2 major arcana. Right. Okay. Major arcana are basically things that are written in stone, things that will happen or are happening, or that they can't be changed. But the minor arcana, if they're negative, they can be, we can change them with our focus, with our ideas, and with our thoughts. Now, luckily, these are too good. I think they're good anyway. I think they're good. Okay, so the first card that has come out, and it is an air sign, the Queen of Air. Okay, so air is our thoughts and our ideas, our thoughts and what we're putting our focus on. I didn't pick these cards in advance, they picked. So if you're just coming on, go back afterwards and listen to the beginning in the what's happening in the stars on some of the advice I gave, because This is actually just basically reiterating a lot of this. So, and it's about somebody who's independent, experienced, realistic, maybe witty, a little bit witty as well. It might be you, might be somebody around you, whatever it means. But this is actually past. This, the first card represents the past up to this moment. So it could be today, it could be just before now. And we're talking about um, somebody who is objective at decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. So this again is what I was talking about: thoughts, checking in with your thoughts. What are the thoughts? Are they thoughts that are empowering to you? Are they thoughts that are bringing you down? And it also suggests sort of bringing humor into any situation, which sometimes might be a trigger if you feel there is nothing humorous about my situation, but maybe a little bit of not taking yourself or situations as seriously as maybe you might be. This is something I know I need to learn a lot. I tend to take things really seriously. And then it's when you start to laugh and when you just bring yourself back to seeing the lighter side of something. And this is past anyway, so it's about letting go of that, letting go of thoughts or emotions that have brought us to here. So our thoughts form our reality because our thoughts create our emotions, which is where our focus is on, which is what we are manifesting. So if those thoughts have brought you to somewhere that you are not happy with, sorry, there's somebody just driving up outside my window. Um, if there is, if your thoughts have brought you to somewhere that feels unpleasant, well, that's the past. Let go of it. Let go of anything and move yourself back into what is it you want to create instead. Where are you going? What is it that you want more of? And humor is a brilliant way to change any energy, actually, to be able to put on a silly piece of music and dance, or just watch a comedy, or have lunch with a friend who really makes you belly laugh. We need to be doing that. This is where we change our emotions and bring ourselves forward. So the middle card, which is now, and it's the number 10, which and the wheel of it's like the wheel of fortune, and it's almost like everything is about to change. Everything. And we're also, it's a positive change. So anything that you feel is destructive or is happening. Now I'm talking in tongues, but I know a lot of people know what I'm talking about. But a situation is about to move forward, to change, and fortune will be very much on your side. It may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it is. We're in the process of massive change, and even if this feels uncomfortable, because it will do. All change feels uncomfortable when it's happening, but we need to take our ego out of it. We need to stop thinking of a negative maybe, and focusing on what is this going to bring? What is this going to bring? And really living with your highest self. We are our highest self. It's not getting to know your highest self or tuning in. It is tuning into the highest self, but we are that higher self. Where are we maybe living more in our ego, which allows us to think in crazy tangents and in fear-based reality? This is really asking us to know that everything is going to be okay, and that everything is about to shift and change. And this last card, I've been talking about this for some time. This last card, the number 16, which is about a life experience. And it's about a huge shift. It's about a huge, significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Now, what does that mean for you? Something old may need to crumble. Something old is crumbling, and we sometimes need to look at and look at the shadow side, look at the shadow side inside us, look at the shadow side of what's happening. Be brave enough to look at the shadow side, but not allow your mind to get stuck down there, just looking, but knowing things are crumbling. And I'm thinking, because I didn't mention this today, but Pluto, and this is one that I was going to keep until Friday, but Pluto, what's Pluto doing again? So yes, Pluto is moving into and it is right now. It's moving into the last few degrees of Capricorn, and Capricorn is top-down systems, which is what I've been talking about for the last couple of years. Those systems of control and that have been keeping us sort of almost like enslaved, really. But that is all changing, and we're moving into that time now. We're right at the end of that now. When I say right at the end, Pluto will still be in those last few degrees until December 2024. But all of that energy is really happening right now. And it is, there is a big freedom and freedom, truth, and justice is associated with this full moon that's coming up, but I will talk more about that on Friday. And things, deception and things that are underhand and that are happening under the system may be revealed, will be revealed. And this card is actually maybe telling me that possibly I should have mentioned this as well earlier, which I didn't do. But there will be significant events that will allow us to look and to see. And what my advice would be is not to let your mind run away with negativity or fear or drama or anything. Just know all is well in this moment, all is well. And we do have to look at the negative in order to bring in the positive. We have to look at our shadow side in order to let go of it. We have to look at the shadow side in life in order to be able to see and to shine light on it. By looking and shining light on it, we're dissolving. So don't let please don't let me feel that there's going to be some major disaster or anything. Look at everything as what is this bringing? What goodness is this bringing? I'm going to just choose a goddess card. Now these are new enough for me. Goddess love, and they're sort of Celtic oracle cards. They might even be worldwide actually, but they're just the Goddess of Love. By Wendy Andrew. I'm just going to see what comes out here. Now I feel that is coming out. And it's lovely. So it's just reminding you to bring yourself back to harmony and balance, and that everything that's happening is happening, and it just is. And don't judge it or get stuck in it. Just bring your emotions back to balance. And that's what I was saying earlier about gaining control of our mind, watching the thoughts, allowing the thoughts to actually just be neutral with them, not judging them, not allowing them to stick into your emotions. You may not notice you're thinking something negative until you feel the negative emotion that happens with it. And if that's the case, you just tune in. What was I thinking? And what do I want to think instead? And bringing yourself back to harmony. Breathe, breathing into if it feels uncomfortable, and just know and become in tune with recognizing your highest self, so that you can call on your highest self to lift yourself up when you feel yourself going into a spiral of a downward emotion. Allow yourself to bring yourself back to balance, to move up to a higher vibrational emotion. And it's easy to do. In order to bring yourself back to a higher vibrational emotion, just think of something that brings you joy. Turn on something funny, or play a silly piece of music, or meet a friend, or just listen to somebody who inspires you, who calms you, anything else. Okay, if anybody has any questions, pop them in any of the groups. So I'm not sure where, I know if I can see there's a few people watching from Facebook. So just, ask any questions. I'll be back on Friday with, and I'm thinking probably in the morning at about 10 a.m. Irish UK time, and I will talk more then about the full moon and how to prepare for it, because we need to be releasing but working towards. Oh yeah, what am I saying? Also, whatever intentions you set at the new moon, focus on them now. That moon is growing. Allow every day to get more and more excited about them. And if you haven't set your intentions yet, go back and listen to the video that I made a week ago. It's probably Monday, actually. What day was that? It was was it the 30th? Actually, it was, I think, the 30th of May was that new moon. And there is a meditation with that so that you can, you know, look at what you want to make happen, what intentions do you want to set, and really getting in touch with the feeling and the emotion of something that you want. That'll bring you out of any negative fear, and just keep focusing on the light, moving forward. All is good, all is well. I can't say any more than that. Okay, thank you for listening. If you're watching to this on YouTube, press the subscribe button just so that you'll get, or even the notification button, and you'll get notified when I am live again. And if you're looking on Facebook, I would love if you just went over to my YouTube channel. It's just Glenys Trinder, and started following there as well, because I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on Facebook. Okay, love you all. Thank you for listening. Oh, Jennifer, lovely to see you. And Kim, very nice to see you, Kim. Yeah, I've missed you all, actually. I've missed all of my lovely change makers. But yeah, anyway, life changes. Thanks for listening. Talk to you all soon. Bye for now.